Dissecting the pull-up. During the ascending concentric phase, you want to initiate the movement with your shoulder blades. You want to draw each shoulder blade in towards your spine and down towards your opposite hip. So in technical terms, this is scapular depression, retraction, and downward rotation. You should be using the muscles in your mid and upper back to execute the majority of the movement, not the arms. In terms of your elbows, you want to drive your elbows in towards your sides and down towards the ground. Now with your breathing, after you've initiated the scapular movement, you want to steadily exhale through the mouth. Make sure that you don't breathe out too early because this is going to cause you to lose some of the lumbopelvic stability that you will have established. So make sure that your body is already traveling towards the bar when you exhale. Dissecting the pull-up. In the top position, you want to finish the movement by drawing each shoulder blade in towards the spine and down towards the opposite hip. Your arms should form roughly a 45-degree angle with your body. You want to aim to get your chin to the bar, or you can get chest to the bar if you're able to. Make sure that you keep your chin tucked and neck in a neutral position, so really resist the urge to look up. This is something that countless people do. When you're in the top position, you just want to get a brief moment of control. It doesn't have to be long, but just make sure that your body is in a pretty stable position before you initiate the eccentric component of the movement. Dissecting the pull-up. During the descending eccentric phase of the movement, lower with complete control and in a very fluid motion. Your shoulder blades should perform the reverse movements as they did on the way up. So in technical terms, this is scapular elevation, protraction, and upward rotation. Maintain tension in the lumbopelvic region and lower body. Make sure that you don't allow your lower back to hyperextend or your rib cage to flare. So I like to use the canister versus the scissor analogy. So you want your head, torso, and hips to remain in a stacked position, just like a canister. You don't want your lower back to hyperextend or your rib cage to flare and your body to kind of go into a scissor position. Last part, this will depend on personal preference. You can either inhale on the way down, so you're already ready to go to perform the next rep, or you can pause in the bottom position and can inhale there. So again, my personal preference is to inhale through the nose, but figure out what works and feels best for you. Dissecting the pull-up. In the bottom position, your elbows should be close to fully extended, but not hyperextended. Never disengage your muscles. So when you're starting out, I recommend doing a complete reset in the bottom position. What I mean by this reset is the breathing, bracing, rib positioning, glute and quad engagement. It's extremely important that you keep the intentional rigidity and body positioning. This is going to make initiating and performing the next rep significantly easier. Another type of pull-up and tip that I really like, you can perform McGill pull-ups. What McGill pull-ups are, rather than doing as many reps as possible, you can perform sets of 1 or 2 reps. You want to aim to perform each rep as explosively as possible, while of course maintaining proper form, and you want to rest for just 10 to 20 seconds between sets.